Hey guys, yeah, this is just me again. um, yeah, I thought it would be a good idea to include also the recap of the video I did here. I'm sorry, the microphone got a little bit away. You can see me here doing a recap of the video I just produced, and the video was the more in-depth look into the commands. So I went through all the bridge builder optimization commands, and yeah, we discovered, or I discovered some issues, and just maybe for some of you that may be interesting of how I work with the GitHub, or how you also could work here and comment on that. So we have this GitHub repository, and you see that there's the code base, and you have a data structure folder here with where all the Python files are. It's really not tidy right now, but so the issues are used to just order your workflow, to say what's missing, what a bug is, where you want some help, and where you can improve something. So you see that on different repositories, and you also can create issues if the creator of the repository allows you to do that. And so so what we discovered in the last video was that we need a load collector class, or load collector SPC collector load step class. So yeah, so more classes needed. And it's also good to give a quick description of your problem or what you want to do, so your thoughts, your ideas. And this is in Markdown, so you can use Markdown, for example, for a heading. This should work. So this is a heading, and also dashed lines. So I'm not an expert in Markdown by any means, but this is okay. Test 2. So here you can see that you have bullet points and stuff like that. So I need more classes, and don't worry, I will not bother you too much with that. I will do that by myself, and you can track the progress with the link in the description. And I just want to show you the basic functionality of here. So you can assign the issue to different people if multiple people are working on a repository. And you have also the possibility to create labels, assign projects and milestones, and our pull requests, on the other hand, we will cover maybe a little bit later, but pull requests are a way to let somebody else check on a certain issue. So let's say I have submitted an issue, and someone, maybe myself, I assigned myself here, did something to resolve this issue. So resolve an issue means that you implemented changes into the code base to address it, to improve it, to solve it, to resolve it, right? So you did that in your code base. And for example, let's just make that quickly. Yeah, let's make that here. So for example, I will create a really small issue. New issue. Make property a variable. Not hard coded. So this is a small demonstration issue. So it's just for demonstration purposes. Not, but yeah. So I assign myself, I submit this new issue. Labels, it's an improvement. There's no improvement. Enhancement, yeah, okay. So it's an enhancement. Projects. Yeah, we could do a project here, but we really don't need that really. But milestone can do that, but also not so necessary for here. But the link pull requests, that's where I want to get at. So we created this issue, right? So pull requests. You have now here the function and the code. And then in mesh, there was this thing where I thought it would be a good idea to do that as a demonstration, where you create the rods. You have here the property one, right? This is the name. And I want to just do that as a variable. So for example, property name, and that's optimization property. Equals property one, for example, right? Because I don't want to break the code, and that's why I'm a little bit careful here. So property name optimization is property one, and here you have property one. So here I want to include the curly brackets, make that an F string, include here the variable, and I'm done with that. So let's see here another thing. So we can also make the curly brackets, insert the variable name, and make it an F string. Whoops. And I think that's about, no, it's not here. That's already an F string, so you can do it like that, right? So because I named that optimization, and in my mind, I'm also just processing, yeah, I want to have beams which are not part of the optimization, and the only way to do this to assign a different property. So in my mind, I should rename this this method to be write TCL create rods optimization. And I think I will just do that. I thought it would be too complicated to do it in one thing, but it's just two places because it's just a method at itself and here. But yeah, having two different methods will mess with things, and yeah, but the thing was I wanted to show you the pull request. So I made some changes, right? And in the Visual Studio Code, you have here your source control, and there you have the changes, right? So you can click on a file and you see the changes. Green is adding some lines, red would be deleting. And you see here, I deleted a line and changed something here. And what I will do right now is just commit the changes. Committing changes means on your local, you're in a local setup. On your local setup, you're committing the changes means you're saving the changes to your local disk. And it's putting them in line for a push. A push means you're pushing the code which is locally on your hard drive onto the Git repository, and then it's available for everyone to see. And right now I'm working on the main branch. So it's not really a good idea to do that for a pull request, because main, later on main is the branch which should always be working. And if you're changing something, you're always in the possibility to break something, right? And there's a lot of stuff going on here. So automated testing, continuously integration, stuff like that, which I'm a real beginner at, really. But what I know is that it's a good idea to check out a new branch for a new pull request. So we changed something to address something. We want to have a separate branch. Means you're deviating from the main branch, make your changes, and in the pull request, if everything is accepted, and ideally if you have all the tests are completed successfully, then you can merge the changes into the main again. And that's the process I want to show you. So I will create a new branch. Please provide a new branch name. So for example, I think it's called feature. There's a way to automatically make that as a feature, but yeah, leave it at that. Property variable name. Not quite sure if the underscore is correct, but it's not that impossible. Select a reference to create a feature from. So head would be the current branch. The head means the top, so it's the most recent one. and that's okay. So you have the feature branch, and if the stage changes, now you can commit it, or if changed or added. So a commit message should briefly describe what you're doing, and you could have multiple commits on one branch and then make a pull request. That's usually how it's done. Added a new variable for property 1 and renamed. Yeah, we should not make a whole book out of it, so keep it short and simple, and control enter will just commit that. And now I want to push it. So push it means it's going onto here, onto the Git repository, and I'm sure nothing else is being pushed from another person or computer, so I don't have to pull again. So ideal always pull before push. But yeah, so I'm pushing. So the branch feature blah 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 has no upstream branch. Would you like to publish this branch? Yes, because it's a new branch, right? And now in GitHub there should be a new branch. Here. In pull requests, you can already see you have a feature, property, variable name, branch. You can also see that under branches, I think. Here, you have 2 branches. So the default branch, my branch, active branches. Okay, so you have your branch and you want to create a pull request. So this pull request is automatically doing it like this. You have your main branch. I have to work my mind around it. You have your main branch and you have your branch where you are currently working on. So, and what you're doing with a pull request is you request to merge something from one branch into another branch, right? And here it says it's able to merge. So these branches can be automatically merged. So you have you create a pull request, you can describe something. Demonstration only. And you create this pull request. You also can do that as a draft. Yeah, but things is ideally you should request a reviewer. That's a good idea to do this. So to just have another person look over your code because you get blinded. Sometime happens to everybody. You're so deep in the code that you're missing things, and therefore it's good to have another person check on it. And unfortunately right now we don't have other one here in the project, so I cannot even put myself up to have it as a check. No, it doesn't work. All right, you can also label projects and milestone it. That's good, and then you create this pull request. And now, if somebody else checks that, can make comments on it, and also request some changes, which also happens very often, and it's an important part of this whole process. And if you're done with that and it's accepted, you can merge this pull request. Wow, it's my old email address. Okay, and now you can merge that, confirm merge, and this will be merged. And then you can also delete the feature branch because you don't need that anymore, right? And now in the code, not sure if I can show that to you. This is not available anymore, but we can just pull. So now it has an error because it cannot find a branch anymore. Now we can go back to the main and just pull that one. And I know I installed a Git tree. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. Ah, it's installed. So this is what I was looking for. So git graph like this. Yeah, here you can see you have the initial commit, and you have this feature branch, and this was merged back into main. And yeah, so this is it. You have some uncommitted changes here, which are the TCL files. You could put them also to a GIT ignore file, that you don't commit them really anytime. So, but I will not do that, because TCL files, maybe I want to commit some as a maybe example for you to see as well. So this wraps up this video. If you have any questions, comments on that matter, feel free. I will be happy to see them. And also maybe take this a little bit with a grain of salt, as I'm not a full-time software developer. So there are different people out there which use that with a much higher degree of professionality than I am doing that here. I think the basics are correct. If not, I will definitely research and update that if I find some. But yeah, keep in mind that this is a tool much greater than I'm using it here in this project. So thanks again, have a good day, and I hope to see you back on the next video.